Hello everyone, my name is Olivia, and in this video I'm going to be doing a wrap that I've been itching to do for quite a while. This one is a play on Rivka's Six Scarf Madness wrap. This one, I really love the original wrap. It's absolutely exquisite. And this one, I changing it up just a bit to give it a bit of a shape that suits my face a little bit better than the straight across. I'm all about angles. Angles work really well with my face shape. So I thought I would give this one a go, and I really liked the way it turned out. So I thought maybe there was somebody else out there who liked angles and wanted an over the top wrap. And so this is what I'm going to be doing today. I have on my Cloud9 shaper. It gives me a bit of volume, but it's not as heavy as the Wendy, and it's not as big as the Wendy. The volume goes back instead of just being out as well, so my scarf will go a little bit longer than it would on my Wendy, and with the weight of the scarves, it will not be super heavy, adding on the weight of the Wendy. So, okay, what scarves I have in my lap are the original 2-in-1s, just like Rivka used in her original video, but I have different colors. I'm going for a rainbow theme, and I have in my lap the pink, I have orange, I have the dark yellow, I have lime, then I have Seafoam, which is going to take the place of blue in my color palette. And then I have the purple. This is the rich purple. Now I think this would be really cool. I'm not sure right this second. I'm still thinking it through if I want to remain, want to keep the rainbow stagger back. I think I do. So it's going to be different than typical, doing this direction, but by having the pink, orange, yellow, green, teal, and purple. This is the way I think I'm going to be doing it. All right, I'm going to start by putting on the pink at an angle, the 1/3, 2/3 length. A little bit more to okay. I'm not tying any knots right now. That would be too many knots back there. Okay, I'm going to do the same with the orange, but I'm going to be having it at the opposite angle. The long sides will all still come out on the same side, but I wanted to have the angles. Here's the orange. A little bit too short. Okay. There's the orange. Make sure this is going on correctly. Okay, the yellow. This one is the dark yellow. Okay. Now I want to keep the crisscrosses up close to the front, very thin. That way I'm not running out of room. Okay. There we have it. Okay, so there's the first 3. Right. Now the second 3 are the ones that get the really long ends with the very short ends. So here is the green. Here is the seafoam to take the place of the blue. Okay. I'm gonna give this one a quick knot. Okay. That feels more secure. Okay. I don't know if you could hear Micah meowing, but yeah, he just meowed. We're gonna keep these together. Okay, and then the purple, same as the blue and the green. This wrap has been a favorite since I first saw it, and oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Okay, here's the purple. Okay, just going to silly goose. Should I say silly cats? Okay. Adjustment. Okay, so I have all of these beautiful angles. I'm so pleased with the way those turned out. So now we're going to start with the detailing. And this one is the one where we're twisting all the way to the ends of the scarf. Takes a little bit of patience. Really long arms apparently. And then once you get it, I'm gonna hold it between my knees and finish this off. And then you're just going to fold it back on itself. I think it's this way. No, I'll get it this way. Okay. All right, and bring this over. Now I'm going to find the purple, run it through the loop. excuse me. And then I'm going to tuck in these tails. I like to tuck them in first. Excuse me. I've been talking a lot today, so I'm a little dry. But I like to tuck them in as I go to keep them from getting in the way. Okay. So I'm going to tuck this piece in as well back here. This will probably come out with tail, like little fringes hanging out, and I'm okay with that. So I'm going to do the same thing with the seafoam. I feel like My Little Pony. I love it. Like to say everybody in the 80s, every 80s child knows My Little Pony. But since My Little Pony has made a comeback recently, lots more people know it. Okay. All right. Fold it back on itself. Forward twisting. Oh no, that was backward twisting. Backward twisting. Backward twisting. Bringing over. Need a little bit more length. So let's do it again. There's definitely a way to do that without having to pull it completely out. I'm not quite sure what it is though. Okay. Twist back on itself. Twisty, 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 twisty. Twist, twist. Find this. Pull through the loop. Okay. Scooch you back just a little bit. Bring around. I'm just going to tuck in. I can show you the back. Tucking in. Okay, there we go. Now I'm also going to tuck in this. Okay, tuck. All right, now the green. So, hold you. Okay. Bringing it over. After we spin it the correct direction. Okay. tucking in back here. Tuck this in as well. This one is actually going to be, I do not know how I got extra of that one to be able to tuck in up here, but I'm going to be thankful for that. Okay. Tuck those in. Not you, love. Okay, so there we have it. Again, pull that back where it belongs. Okay, so for the last three, we're going to do the braid. Get them combed out. And I'm loosely braiding this. Okay. Right. So. Okay, I'm going to hold this between my knees and I'm going to fix this seafoam color just like that. I am going to bring the braid up and over, just like so. And I'm going to continue to braid until I reach, I'm going to say right about here. And I am going to grab the yellow, the pink, there we go, and the orange. And give them a good braiding. Okay, when I get to this point, I am going to figure out which one of these guys here has the longest piece. I think it's the yellow. I'm going to separate out that long bit and I am going to fold it in to get all the yellow tassely bits inside. Okay, once I do that, I'm going to keep a finger in, wrap it around, and then pull it through to tie off. No hair tie needed, no rubber bands, no nothing. It's just self-tie. Okay, and I can adjust because I know there are some pieces back here showing more than I want to show. Okay. And I'll show you the back. And the side. Now, I find this very, very comfortable. It is a bit heavier than my typical wrap, but it's not super, super heavy. That time I put on 2 cranberries that was much heavier. So this is actually quite comfortable and so totally is bright and happy. All right, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next tutorial.